Good evening. Welcome to the Town of Cicero Planning Board meeting. Would you please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Mr. Duval, would you lead us off, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First order of business is the approval of the January 17th minutes. Are there any questions or comments? We have a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second. Mr. Duval,
Yes.
Mr. Abbey. Yes. Ms. Scanlon,
Yes,
Mr. Bloss.
Yes.
And I vote yes. And we'll move on to the public input. Is there anybody here that would like to address the board on any active application? Given nobody's approached, we will close the public input and move on to our agenda item. It's a sketch plan review for a proposed 10-unit apartment building on Miller Road. Is the applicant here? Good evening, welcome.
okay, now I'm on speaker.
Yes, you are. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, I'm Tony Kleist.
Thank you, Tony. And apparently we can't get our screen working.
Okay. Does everybody have
Yes.
a drawing? Okay,
So if you kind of want to review what it is that you're proposing for the board.
it's a 10-unit apartment building on Miller Circle. It is a 3-story wood frame structure that will be totally sprinkled. It'll be slab on grade. You see the rendering of what it's going to look like. The colors may be different. Just pick those colors for rendering purposes. So does anybody have any questions?
So these are just temporary colors you're going to provide us with.
Permanent colors.
It's different without a board.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. Mr. Duval, do you have any questions?
Yeah, is there a plan for lighting?
There will be one. This is just right now preliminary.
Okay.
But we will have one set up for parking lot lights and building lights.
The reason that it's 3 stories, is that because of the area you have to build, or, you know, the size of the build, you know?
It's what the owner had asked us to do. What she wants to do is move onto the 3rd floor herself
Okay.
and occupy that. So there'll be 2 larger apartments on the 3rd floor, and she wants to occupy one of those.
All right. And drainage, it says that there'll be retention.
Yes, there's a retention pond that the landscape architect shows on the site plan.
Okay, that's all I have for now.
Okay,
Chuck?
Hi.
hi.
Question, is there a plan for the entrance sign to identify the,
I'm sure there will be one. We haven't gotten that far.
okay, right. And I see in the description, the zoning is proper as it is RM. Or a multi,
It is.
okay, thank you. Parking, we've been trying to, I believe, base parking numbers on 2.5 times per apartment. And I see on the plans you have 20.
Okay,
Based on a 2.5 would be, 25. So that might be something to think about.
okay,
The requirement is 2 parking spaces per unit, up to 2-bedroom units. And then if you have a unit in excess of 2, then you need an additional parking space for that unit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
okay.
I noticed there's only 1 garage.
That'll be for the owner.
Oh, I see it for personal use.
Yes,
Okay, I was just curious on that.
that'll be a 2-car garage. So there's 2 spaces there.
Sure. Is there on the plans, I didn't see if there were any existing wetlands.
I don't think so either. I didn't
Yeah, there was
go with
none
the site
indicated.
plan. Yeah, I can't answer that.
And, that's it for now. Thank you.
Okay.
Mary?
So I'm not sure about this, but does this need to meet with our new design standards for the town?
It doesn't.
It does
It's,
not.
it's not within the overlay for the design standards. It's
Okay,
near, but not in.
okay, because, yeah, I've noticed there's parking in the front and it didn't have, the breaks between the floors.
Right.
Doesn't
Um,
mean we can't ask for that, and I was gonna have a discussion about that as well. Because it is close. In fact, I think it's got it on two sides.
Directly adjacent, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a good question, and I think we should have some discussion on that. Like the parking in the rear,
Yeah,
which I think is a great idea going forward. So we have
Okay.
some new design standards that were just approved by the town board,
Okay.
and this is just outside the overlay.
Mhm.
If you were in the overlay, we would have to impose the new guidelines.
Okay.
And at least for me, I think I would like for the applicant to take a look at those.
All right.
One of the things is parking in the back, pulling the building forward. The appearance of the structure, crown molding, separating the floors a little bit, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And that's what you're talking about, Mary, right?
yeah.
We can look at
Exactly.
that. Sure.
So also, because there is a third floor, is there any, regulations about having additional, like fire escapes or anything like that?
So this is gonna have to be fully protected with fire sprinklers, and then depending on the height of the building, it'll determine whether standpipes are required, but fire escapes, and this was not a requirement.
Okay. That's all I have.
Don?
Just to clarify something, when I'm looking at this print, it shows the two-car garage. Which way is the existing apartments? Would it be, to the south? And just an approximation, how far from this property to the existing apartments that are right there?
There'll be, so the apartments are behind it, more to the north.
Okay, yeah.
The apartment building does show up on the site plan.
Yeah.
One of these down the bottom.
Not that page.
Well, that's theirs and there's the nearest garage.
Yeah, that's one of the- If that's what he was looking for.
Do you have the site plan?
Just fold it over.
Yep.
Right here, is that what you're looking for? You don't have your map all over there.
It's on the front.
All the sheets. All the first three. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's showing a little bit of the,
Yeah, Bay Shore Apartments North. Okay, that's, now I got a good idea what's going on, where everything is supposed to be. Okay, no, that's it. I'm all set.
Going back to the parking, so there's 8 2-bedrooms, I believe, correct? 8 2-bedroom units
There's 8 2-bedroom units, yeah.
and 2 3-bedroom units?
Yes.
So that equates to 21 spots. And you're showing 20 plus the 2 garage. We're not using the garage, right?
no.
That's for the owner.
Yeah. So you're a little bit sure you need one more parking spot.
Okay.
To meet our requirements.
There's
Um,
two.
Surface parking space. I'm only counting 18 surface parking spaces.
How come I counted 20? I'm gonna bet you're right. So there's 12 on the Miller, although, I mean, the layout might change anyways.
Right, if you want us to look at the new regs.
12 and 8, 20.
There's 20,
Yeah, maybe,
plus the 2 in the garage.
If you look at the bottom right, mark, it shows the asphalt parking, 8 spaces with 1 ADA.
yeah, but if you count those, I know counting.
Oh.
Yeah, that's, I get like 19. Yeah,
Oh.
6 and 12 is 18.
Yeah, I was going by their numbers.
Okay.
But you're gonna have to look at that.
Yes.
Looks like it's a little bit short on parking
We're not counting the
garage.
garage.
Yeah.
That doesn't count,
Okay.
right?
But also, we're talking about pulling the building forward, getting the parking lot back. There's some regulation on the parking lot, how that should be laid out. There's talk about defining the base of the building, in the midsection, having some crown separating the floors, that kind of thing. So,
Okay.
so look that over. And
That on your website?
They are, but I'll send them to you too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And then that's all I have for now. Zach? Any questions or comments? Dave?
Just a couple small things, sorry. First of all, I think it's a very nice looking building, at least the drawing of it. I had 2 questions. You said it's gonna be sprinkled, right? So will it have a standpipe or just sprinkle? There'll be an additional fire department connection on the outside?
Not sure how we'll do that yet.
So my only suggestion there would be make sure, I think there's requirements about how far away the fire hydrant can be from the building because it's 10 units. And there's a fire hydrant near Bay Shore North, which I believe would probably be more than 500 feet away. And there's one at the end of the cul-de-sac
Okay.
that might be close, but they might want to measure and make sure that they meet the fire department requirements for the hydrant.
Okay.
And then with your parking spaces, if you're gonna try to gain more parking spaces, I would say don't cut down the width of the road around the apartment building
Right, we
because
gotta-
that's,
Try to make that for the fire.
yeah, 24 feet is a good width, but if you try to find room for more parking spaces, I could see how you might try to cut into that. So I would just be careful of that, that's all.
Okay,
Other than that, I think it looks very nice.
thanks.
Steve?
I'm all set.
Neil, anything?
All set.
Mark, anything at this point?
No, I don't think so. We'll.
You'll do your review and get your letter out.
Yeah.
Any,
Has stormwater report been submitted?
Drainage.
I believe Terry Horse has submitted something after the fact, so.
Yes.
You should have that.
Yes, I believe that
Yeah.
Terry.
Yeah, it's
yes.
just not on the.
Yeah.
Here, I might have it.
Okay. Yep.
Don't have the office. Yeah, I don't know.
all right. Any other questions or comments from you?
No?
I appreciate you coming out.
Okay, thanks.
We'll open up to board discussion. Any questions or comments from the team? The only thing I would mention, if you haven't set up your town email yet, you need to do it soon. You've got to contact Wayne Freeman. I think he sent everybody an email. If you don't have his contact information, let me know. We need to get that set up.
I guess is the preference then that,
Not you guys.
well, right. Is the preference then that communications, my comments, those types of things, letters go to the town email?
Yes.
Everything.
Okay.
Anything else? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Do we have a second? Meeting is adjourned. Good night, everybody.